Hello?
How you going?
Good. You said the password's not working?
Yeah, it's not working.
Sure, that's all good. I'm just gonna start another meeting and send you another link.
Okay,
Yep, so sorry about that.
that's okay.
Let me just, I'm gonna send it to your email.
Do you want to send it to email.com instead?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Participants invite. .com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you get that?
Yes, okay.
Cool. Okay, I'll hang up now and let me know if anything goes wrong.
Okay.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so sorry about that.
No, that's okay. No
Yeah.
problem.
Cool.
How you
Cool.
going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you so much for meeting at this time. It's just really hard for me to meet because if I'm with the kids in the day,
Yeah.
if I'm not with the kids, I'm usually at work. So I have to wait until they're in bed to do all this stuff.
Yeah. Nah, there's no worries, and thank you so much for making time for me today.
That's okay.
So yeah, I understand it's pretty late, so I'll keep this meeting around 30 minutes long. So, first of all, congrats on the new studio. I had a look on the Instagram. I saw you guys opened that. It looks
Yes,
awesome.
just last Sunday. So it'll be a week this Sunday.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Right, so the way this meeting will work is, again, it'll be 30 minutes. I just kind of want to understand your marketing strategy right now, gauge your kind of understanding of what meta ads is to see if you actually understand how my agency can help you. From there, I'm gonna basically let you know how my agency is gonna help your conversion funnel and basically generate you some cold leads. And then from there, we can talk about creating a partnership together. Does that sound good?
Cool. Yep.
Cool. So, I just have some questions. I have a pen and paper right here. I'm just going to take some notes about what you understand about meta ads so far.
Mhm.
So,
Not a lot.
nah, that's all good. Yeah, no, my first time running ads was like really hard. It took me a long time to set up.
Yeah.
Now I understand it, but it took a long time. I sent you an email to your. I sent an email to your personal
Yep.
email address with your current ad. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's clear to see you guys have made a pretty good start. This ad actually isn't too bad, but I just want to ask some questions about it, okay?
Mhm.
So, what were the initial goals when this current ad was launched?
So this ad in particular was trying to target in our current location, our original location, I should say now. We just opened up, we just renovated and made a brand new room. It's the hot room.
Okay.
So in the studio, we've got 3 rooms. We've got a functional training room. So that covers like your cardio and strength-based classes.
Yeah.
And then we've got a reformer Pilates room. And then we also have a hot room.
Yeah, so a hot room, a Pilates room, and what's the first one?
Functional training.
Functional training. So is that just like
Yeah.
weights?
Yeah, so it's a combination of strength and cardio-based classes.
Strength and cardio. Okay.
So yeah, we do like upper, lower, full body strength-based classes. So we only do group classes at Boss Fitness as well as personal training.
Yeah.
So it's not like a gym where you just go and use the weights. Like it's not that type of gym.
Mm-hmm.
And then Reformer Pilates, so that's the one with the Reformer beds.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got our hot room. So our hot room it's set at 34. It's actually set at 36 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's really good for like weight loss, toning, building, strengthening, stuff like that.
Yeah, sure.
So that ad in particular was to promote the hot room.
The hot room. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, the ad is pretty general. It covers a lot. So
Yeah.
but that's okay. We can work on that. How are you currently performing? How are you currently tracking the performance of that ad? So on Meta Ads Manager, you're gonna see a bunch of KPIs like return on ad spend, click-through rates. Is that something you're currently managing, or is it kind of on the back of your mind?
Not myself. So my husband's trying to like just sort of work through that. He's just doing like, it with the Meta ads, it's actually quite hard. It's not as easy as it used to be where we just used to boost an ad. Like we should just pay for it and say boost.
Yeah.
Now there's all this other crap in the background
Yeah.
that you've got to do.
Yeah.
It's full on. So in terms of how it's running, I mean, I could probably check my insights.
Yeah.
Like dashboard. But
Do you have access to Ads Manager?
Ads Manager. Is that like Ads Tools?
No. So your husband
Really?
would have launched the ad on Meta Ads Manager. You can't actually launch an ad on the Instagram platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, I'm not too sure. He's actually just stepped out, so I'm not too sure about that.
Oh, okay. That's okay. We can discuss that later. But basically, the difference between a meta ad and boosting a post, they're both like very useful for marketing. Boosting a post is basically going to promote it to your warm audience more. So people who are interested in gyms, interested in women's fitness, people who follow you. I see you have a large following, so it's clear to see you've done really well with leveraging reels and short form content to get a warm community. What a meta ad is going to do is you're basically paying Meta to show the ad to people who aren't familiar with your gym, who haven't interacted with your gym yet. So it's going to be a lot of cold leads. So it's really important to track the metrics just to see who Meta is targeting, and so that way you can change who the audience is targeting. You can adjust the budget to see which ads are working better than others. It really is like there's a lot to it. I can discuss that with your husband when he's available. But it's really important to have a system which tracks all those KPIs so that you're not wasting your budget. Because if you don't know what you're doing, it can get really...
my charger.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
all good. No, that's all good.
Yep, keep going.
Yeah, what I'm just trying to say is if you don't have a system in place, you're actually going to be wasting a lot of your budget just because Meta ads can be quite expensive to run. Cool.
Yeah.
So my next question
So
is...
when we were building, we invested a lot of money in the ad, like to promote, not that one, but to promote or boost through Instagram, like, how many people in the West could see that we were coming. It worked really well. Like it had like over 250,000 views.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of generation, like there was a lot of people coming through, asking about it and stuff like that. But a lot of our business is all around word of mouth. But in saying that, like we obviously do want it to be on socials as well. Yeah,
for more leads. So my next question is, who's currently responsible for running the Meta ads? Is it just your husband, or does the business have like a digital marketing specialist at all?
No.
Okay, so
Just my husband.
Your husband?
Yeah.
Well, he's done a
Yeah.
really good job. You guys have done amazing on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Cool. So, and is there a system in place to manage the leads that come in through Instagram and Facebook? So, say someone interacts with your posts or sends you a DM, who's going to be the one who's interacting with those leads?
Majority of the time it's myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is getting a little bit out of hand and out of control with how I'm doing it, because it's just a lot of it's a lot of interaction via socials at the moment.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
basically you're getting, from what I'm hearing, you're getting a lot of cold leads from word of mouth and from your Instagram, but there's only
Yeah.
you to handle all these leads.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So are you working with a large team right now? Is it from what I've heard it's just you and your husband and the trainers?
Yeah, we actually do have a large team, but the team is me, Daniel, and then there's an admin girl. So she mainly does like sign-ups. She'll like go through the app, like if people are having issues signing up through our app, or if they've got trouble signing up through like our creche, because we've got a creche at the studio as well. So that's the child minding. But no one that's looking after the social side of it, no.
Okay, cool. And if you don't mind me asking, for that ad that you do have running, what is the monthly budget for it? What do you know? You'd only see it on the ads manager.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how much you spent on it. I know that leading up to the West, it was a lot. That ad in particular, I'm not 100% sure though.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. That's all good. So
we can discuss that though. I'm happy to share that with you, no problem. Like I actually am not sure how much you spent on it.
Yeah, sure. So my last question is like, what has been the biggest frustration with the meta ads? But if your husband,
I think it's just really timely for him to do it. Like it takes a long time. And it's time that we don't have at the moment, especially opening up the second location. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably getting back to the people that are contacting us, that's taking up a lot of our time as well.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah, it's like setting it up, it's creating the content behind it, things like that, yeah.
Okay, sure. So you're just getting a lot of leads and you're finding it hard to manage. But lead generation, is that the actual problem?
Maybe, how we target it and how often we target it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, ideally we'd like to set like a budget, like once every month or something, where we know that these particular ads are going to run and what we want to target. Maybe we have like a forecast, like, 1 month we might just promote like an intro offer, or the next month we might promote like our memberships, or the month after we promote like personal training. But we do want to have a better sort of template in place, or a bit of structure in place to say this is what we want to promote in order.
Yeah.
We also run a 6-week challenge.
That's great.
So leading up to the challenge, like we want to really boost that and like push it to everybody to make sure that our members can see it as often as they can.
Yeah. Okay, so that's really good. You actually have a really solid marketing strategy in place. It's just in terms of meta ads, what we're doing, we're not targeting people who are in the gym. We're targeting people who haven't heard of it. So basically, you have 2 locations, right? My strategy is to set, like, let's say a 7-mile radius. I'll be discussing this with you in the future. But we'll set a radius around both of the locations. And we're going to leverage your unique selling points. So you said you have child monitoring. Was that what it was?
Child minding.
Child minding. You have a 6-week challenge. You offer Pilates, but also strength and conditioning, personal training services. I've seen you guys have a cafe. These are all like really unique selling points that you can use to leverage in the ads. But also, if you look at the ad you have right now, I think the biggest problem is usually an ad is meant to have a call to action. Whereas this ad, basically when someone clicks on it, it's just going to come to your Instagram profile.
Yeah.
Ideally with an ad, what you're trying to do is convert them from a cold lead to a warmer lead. So you'd want them to fill out a form for a trial, fill out a form for a class, a challenge, get in contact with one of the trainers. That's kind of the aim, converting cold leads to warmer leads. So basically my strategy will be, I'm going to be analyzing your business, analyzing what customers want from your gym, and we're going to leverage that in the ads.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you kind of understand now that it's about converting cold leads to warm leads? Cool.
Yeah.
So now that you understand that, I can get into what we will do for you. So the agency is called Fem Fitness Leads, and we basically hone down on women's fitness studios in particular, understand what a female is looking for in a female studio, and we leverage that in meta ads. So these are the services. We're going to remove the guesswork and heavy lifting of meta ads leads generations from your gym. So basically your husband's not going to have to worry too much about the different campaigns, different ad strategies. I'll still be communicating with him, and I want complete transparency with him just so that he knows what's happening. But in terms of the actual tracking the KPIs, building that system, that's something that me and the team, we can handle. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're also going to be filling your conversion funnel with cold leads in particular. So something I want to make clear is the agency isn't going to be responsible for nurturing the leads. We're primarily there to generate cold leads, people in the area who haven't heard of, but it's going to be your responsibility and the team's responsibility to nurture these leads. So I'll be getting them to fill in forms, to book in meetings, to get the trials, but it's ultimately up to you and your team to convert them, to nurture them, build that community, invite them, all of that. Okay?
Yeah.
So with the ads, we're also going to leverage some of your top performing reels and creatives. I've seen you guys have some really good reels, like 200,000 plus views. We can use those in the ads, but also in terms of copy and office, that's something I'll have to work with your team. We're going to have to look at how we can use your free trials, challenges as ads, and we're going to be advertising them to get them to fill in forms and get in contact with the team. So it's going to be a mix of your existing material and creating new material and graphics.
Yeah.
And a big part of what we do is we'll be spying on a lot of the competitors. I have certain software and tools that I use. I can see what gyms are doing because they all run ads. I can see the templates they're using, the services and trials that they offer, and I'll be letting you and the team know. Okay? Cool. So lastly, I'm going to get on to what I kind of want out of our partnership if it's something you're willing to go through. I'm looking for us agency Fem Fitness Leads, we're looking for a long-term partnership. It's not really meant to be a get rich quick with ads sort of thing. It's more, you said yourself, you want to set aside a monthly budget for ads where it's like, consistent leads coming in. That's kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So we will be leveraging, Black Friday sales, Christmas sales. You're going to have your really high months, and there's going to be times of the year where you might not get as many cold leads. But ultimately, I think what we want is consistency and to leverage, seasons where we can to generate you more cold leads. But then also we want to have the ads running always, and I'll be constantly tracking the data, tracking the metrics, and letting your team know what's working and what isn't. Okay? In terms of my offer, because I am looking for a long-term partnership, we actually run the first month of ads for completely free. So you'll still be responsible for the ad spend, but in terms of paying me and the agency, it'll be nothing for the first month. If you're happy with the results, we can discuss payment after 1 month.
Yeah.
All I want in return is basically just a video testimonial saying how our agency helped your business, and the rights to post the return on ad spend, which is basically your ad spend and then how many leads it actually generated you by the end of the month. That's just something I want to post on the website as a testimonial. That's all I require.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all from me. Did you have any questions?
Well, in terms of costings, like later on, once we, if we were to go ahead, what does that look like?
Yeah, sure. So usually what I'll do is that's gonna vary very much on the results, but it'll either be a retainer for the month or it'll be commission based. So how many leads I generate I'll be getting a commission for each lead I generate.
Okay. And is it like a contract or?
It'll be a contract that I'll be sending you tonight.
Yeah. Okay. And how long is the contract?
For 1 month.
1 month.
Just 1 month of the free ad service.
Yeah, but after the month, what's it look like?
It'll be another contract based on
Yeah.
the new pricing scheme that we agree on.
Okay. And so what does that look like? What's the pricing scheme?
It'll be either fem fitness leads a certain amount for another month of ads management, or leads X amount per lead generated from meta ads. And the leads generated is something I can track on Ads Manager. So I know exactly how many of the leads come from Facebook ads in particular.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the first month will be free. And then after that, so you don't have a dollar figure to give me to sort of, so I can understand how much it's going to cost us.
It will.
Or not?
It's something we'll discuss later, but it will be. I think it's best to discuss it a bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's okay. But it won't. Okay, it'll be roughly 1,000 to 2,000 per month.
Okay.
But it'll vary based on the leads I generate for you in the first month.
Okay. And if after that first month trial, we want to go ahead and then we end up doing this, long term, and at some point we don't get the traction that we would like, what happens? What happens in terms of that? Like,
I think, honestly, so a big reason for why I do the 1 month free trial is because onboarding can take some time. I need access to all of your creatives to see which ones will perform best. Also, the way Meta Ads works is we have a pixel, and that pixel, it takes time to gather information on your target audience. So it's going to look through all of the Instagram users on the platform in the radius of your 2 locations. And it's going to be tracking what's on their algorithm, what they like to view, what offers work best for them. And that can take some time because we're basically niching down from all women to women who are interested in fitness, Pilates, and have children. It's really niching down. So that can take some time. But it is, what I believe will happen is after a couple of weeks, that's when you're going to see the best results. And I don't think that the pixel will slow down. Ads only get better with time. So if after the first month it slows down, I highly doubt that will happen just because the pixel will really be educated on your target audience.
Yeah. Okay. In terms of the ads, like if we were to run, say for example, the 6-week challenge is coming up. So ideally I'd want to start advertising a month before, like book in, it's coming in like the next 4 weeks, blah, 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 sort of thing. And I would give you guys access to the videos that we want to promote. If somebody, because I don't really know how it works, but if somebody was to click on the ad once, is it something that you guys do where you will like keep sort of showing that same person. So obviously they've looked at, they're interested in it because they've clicked on it.
Yeah.
So is that what you guys do? You would just like target that same person over and over, like where it will keep popping up until they really like.
Yeah, exactly. So
click on it eventually, you know.
Yeah. So what we do is we have a couple of campaigns that we run. The first is the cold conversions. I'm sure you know what that is because that's part of boosting ads as well. It's basically you're showing it to people who haven't interacted with. From there, I always like to run a retargeting campaign. So it's going to be shown more to people who liked it or watched it for the hook rate. People, it's going to be shown to them more. So yes, once they interacted with it once, then Meta will be onto them.
Yeah. Okay. And obviously you guys will target like the age group that we want and like the demographic that we want, like people that are specifically, around William, surrounding suburbs. So that's something that you guys would do as well?
Yeah, 100%. That's the most important part of what we do.
Yeah.
We need, like what I've learned over time is there's a balance between putting too many controls and just letting Meta do its thing. So I've found the right range of controls where it's like, yes, we need a radius between your gyms because no one's going to drive an hour for a workout, right? But then in terms of like age restrictions and things like that, I kind of like to leave it a bit ambiguous and just let Meta choose who to target. Just because I'm ladies with children, but then also teenagers looking to start their fitness journey.
Yeah.
It can vary. So
I think from like the age, because we only like, for example, can accept from 14 years plus.
Okay.
And then we deal with older women as well, but it'd be more like, an 80-year-old is probably not going to come to us. Like, so I just want to make sure that it's going to be targeted at the right audience as well. Obviously what you guys are going through. And running more than one campaign at the same time, is that something that you guys will do as well?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. All right, cool. And how long do the campaigns generally you think are good to run for? Like, say, for example, we want to just focus now. We want to try and get as many people signed up on memberships. So we don't want to worry about trials. We don't want to worry about, like, intro offers. Like, our main goal now is to get them signed up as a member. So that's what we want to try and do. So that would be our goal right now, really.
Yeah.
Especially with the new location.
Yeah, okay, cool. So the reason we run different campaigns is we're taking advantage of your different unique selling points. So the campaign I'll run for your 6-week challenge is going to be very different to the campaign I run for generating memberships. In the sense that one's going to run for a shorter amount of time. It's going to, the call to action will be filling a form to join. That's where you're going to contact them. Like join the challenge, I mean. And even the copy itself is going to be targeted towards, an exciting challenge with the team.
Yeah.
On the other hand, for generating memberships, that's a much more long-term campaign. And honestly, usually gyms don't even turn it off. That's something that we have to get right, and then we just keep it running for a long time.
Yeah.
Because like I said, ads is really a long-term game, and I've seen like what other gyms do is they have ads running for like months on end before they turn it off, because as the pixel is kept on, it gets better and it gets more intel on your ideal customer profile.
Okay. And will the ads be running on Instagram and Facebook only?
Yeah, so I can choose which platform to run it on. You did say, I remember on the call you said it's mainly Instagram that people interact with your business.
Yeah.
So do you do much on Facebook at all?
To be honest with you, I barely know how to use Facebook. Like literally I'm so bad with technology, but Instagram I'm like fully across because I use it so often because I'm posting a lot of the content on there. But I have found as well as of recently we've got a lot of interaction. Like, so the dashboard that I can see, the professional dashboard, the views in the last 30 days at the moment are sitting at like 900,000. So it's pretty big. But in terms of the stories on board, like it's shit. It's so shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I found in the last like maybe year, the stories have become shit, and then the views are good, and people are obviously interacting. But yeah, I don't know. And sometimes, like for me, I'll repost a lot on the stories because it's easier, and it's quicker instead of posting a reel or posting something like. It's like a full-time job to post like a reel every day. Full on, you know. So I think it maybe increase the stories as well, or like is that something that you guys don't work with?
That's for complete transparency, no, because like I said, Meta Ads is going to be targeting mainly cold audiences. People who view your stories, that's more of a warm audience, people who go to the gyms. It'll only like increase your stories in the sense that we'll generate you more memberships. They will look at the story. That's all we can do.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. All right, cool. All right. So what do we do from here now?
Yeah, I mean, if you're happy to go through with it, I can send you a contract very shortly. I just need to get some important details. I'll send you. We can just go back and forth with the emails and then get started. I'd just like to have a meeting with your husband as well, just because he's the one running the ads. I'll be sending you an onboarding pack as well with just some things you have to do with setting up the ad campaign, inviting me, giving me access to some of your creatives. So I'd like to create a OneDrive link, but that's something we can discuss tomorrow.
Yep.
It'll just be an email. I have like all the things that I need, and yeah, we can get to it.
Yep. Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Awesome.
In terms of Daniel, you know what? I think maybe tomorrow might be good for him to meet with you. He will be home whilst I'm at work. So I don't know if you want to give him a call, or you can just set up I don't know what time he's available, but if
I
you
can send. Maybe give me his number. I'll just go back and forth with him with SMS and send him a Zoom link.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll be sending you the contract.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, good. So his number is 0.
Sorry, let me just get this down.
Yep. So just let him know that you've spoken to me, like you had the Zoom meeting with me, and you'd like to organise a time just to go through all the other stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, good.
Awesome. Well, it was lovely meeting you.
Oh, likewise, Isaac. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, I'm super excited to work with you. I'll be sending that contract soon.
Yeah.
And the onboarding pack soon.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See
all
you.
right.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.